Zira had babysat many alien children before. Soft ones. Quiet ones. Fragile ones. But this was her first time babysitting a human child. The Galactic Council had warned her. Humans were strange, emotional, unpredictable. Still, they said children were harmless. Small bodies, weak muscles. No claws, no fangs. So Zira was calm. The human child sat on the floor of the space station room, playing with a small plastic object. He looked tiny compared to her tall blue frame. Soft skin, big eyes, brown hair. His name was Leo. He was only 7 years old. Zira checked her wrist screen again. Mission: observe and protect the human child for 6 hours. Easy. Leo looked up at her and smiled. Hi, he said. Zira nodded politely. Greetings, human child. Leo giggled. You talk funny. Zira did not understand the joke, but she smiled. Anyway, humans liked smiles. That was in the file. For a few minutes, everything was normal. Leo rolled his toy on the floor. Zira watched quietly. The space station was peaceful. Outside the window, stars drifted slowly. Then Leo stood up. He walked toward the metal door at the end of the room. Zira noticed it too late. Human child, she said calmly. That area is restricted. Leo stopped. He looked at the door. Then, he looked at his toy. It's okay, he said. I just want to see something. Before Zira could move, Leo lifted the toy and pressed it against the wall panel. There was a soft beep. The door lights changed from red to green. The door slid open. Zira froze. That door was protected by level 7 alien security. It required a coded wrist key and a bioscan. No child should be able to open it, especially not with a toy. Leo turned and smiled again. Oops, he said. Zira's heart started beating faster. That should not be possible, she whispered. Leo stepped inside the restricted hallway. Zira rushed after him. Her calm training was gone now. Human child, stop immediately. Leo walked slowly, looking around with curiosity. The hallway was full of glowing cables and control panels. Machines hummed softly. This place is cool, Leo said. It feels like the engine room back home. Zira did not know what to say. How? Do you know this place? She asked. Leo shrugged. I just know. He reached toward a small glowing panel. Do not touch that. Zira shouted. Too late. Leo tapped the panel once. The lights in the hallway flickered, somewhere far away. An alarm beeped softly, then stopped. Zira's blood ran cold. That panel controlled internal power flow. She grabbed Leo's wrist gently, but firmly. We must return, she said, trying to stay calm. Leo looked up at her. His face showed no fear. No worry, only excitement. Did I break it? He asked. No, Zira said quickly. But humans should not be here. Leo smiled wider. It's okay, I can fix it. Zira released his wrist slowly. You can fix it? Leo nodded. Yeah, it's just sending power the wrong way. He stepped closer to the panel again. Zira should have stopped him. Instead, she watched. Leo moved his fingers fast. He pressed symbols without thinking. His small hands moved like he had done this before. The lights stopped flickering. The soft alarm sound ended completely. Everything returned to normal. Zira stared at the panel. Then at Leo. Impossible. That system took alien engineers years to learn. You should not understand this, Zira said quietly. Leo tilted his head. Why not? Because you are a child. Leo laughed. Adults say that a lot. He stepped back and looked proud. See? Fixed. Zira stepped away slowly. Her training told her one thing. Her instincts told her another. This human child was not weak. He was not harmless. Something about him was dangerous. Leo walked back into the main room and sat on the floor again, playing like nothing happened. Zira activated her wrist communicator. This is Babysitter Zira. she whispered urgently. I believe there is a mistake, a voice replied lazily. Mistake? The child causing trouble already. No, Zira said. The child opened a level 7 door. Silence. That is not possible, the voice said. He did it with a toy. Zira added. More silence. Observe only, the voice finally replied. Do not overreact. The communicator turned off. Zira looked back at Leo. He was humming softly. Now Zira felt fear for the first time. Leo looked up suddenly. Hey, he said. Can I show you something cooler? Zira swallowed. What thing? She asked. Leo stood up again. He pointed toward the station window. And then toward the control ceiling above them. If I press the wrong button, he said happily, the whole station shakes. Zira's eyes widened. Her mind screamed one thought. This mission is not about protecting the human child. It is about protecting everyone else. From him. And the worst part? Leo was still smiling. Zira did not sleep that night. She stood near the wall, watching the human child carefully. Leo lay on the floor, drawing shapes with a glowing pen. He hummed softly, relaxed, as if nothing strange had happened. As if he had not opened a high-security alien door minutes ago. Zira's mind was racing. Human children were supposed to be loud, crying, weak. They were not supposed to understand alien systems. Yet Leo looked comfortable. Too comfortable. Zira checked her wrist screen again. No alerts, no warnings. The station systems were stable, but her instincts screamed danger. Leo, she said carefully. Yes? He replied without looking up. What is that object you used on the door? Leo lifted the toy and waved it happily. This? It's just my puzzle clicker. Zira scanned it. No energy source, no alien tech, no weapon. Just plastic and metal. That device should not open security doors, Zira said. Leo shrugged. Doors are just problems with answers. Zira stared at him. Problems with answers? Before she could respond, the lights in the room dimmed slightly. Then they returned to normal. Zira felt a chill. She checked the station channel immediately. Engineering control, she said. Did something change? A tired alien voice replied. Minor system adjustment, nothing serious. Zira looked at Leo again. He was smiling at his drawing. She walked closer. What did you do just now? She asked quietly. Leo blinked. Oh, that? He pointed at the ceiling. I balanced the power. It was uneven. Zira's breath stopped. That is impossible, she said. Leo finally looked up at her. His smile faded. Why do you keep saying that? He asked. If something is wrong, you fix it. Zira did not answer. Instead, she activated her private recorder. Observation log, she thought. Human child shows advanced problem solving. No visible fear response. High curiosity. Suddenly, a loud metallic sound echoed through the station. Clang. Then another. Clang. Zyra turned toward the hallway. Emergency lights flickered. What is that noise? She asked. Leo's eyes lit up. Oh, he said happily. Someone is trying to break in. Zira froze. Break in? Yes, Leo said. Bad ships. I felt them earlier. Felt them? Zira rushed to the control screen. Long-range sensors showed unknown ships near the station. Pirates. How did you know? Zira asked sharply. Leo shrugged again. The station felt nervous. Zira stared at him in disbelief. Stations did not feel nervous, or did humans feel things others could not? The alarms finally sounded. Red lights filled the room. Zira grabbed Leo's shoulder. We must go to a safe zone now. Leo did not resist. As they ran through the hallway, Zira noticed something terrifying. The pirates. Movements were already limited. Security doors were closing ahead of them. Defense drones were activating early. Too early. Did you do this? Zira asked while running. Leo nodded. Just a little. I don't like bullies. Zira almost stopped walking. You interfered with station defense? I helped, Leo corrected. They reached a safe observation room. Zira locked the door. She activated a wide screen. On it, the pirates moved in confusion. Traps closed around them. Gravity shifted suddenly, making them fall. Alien security teams had not even arrived yet. Leo sat down calmly. See, he said. Not too hard. Zira backed away slowly. Her hands trembled. This child was not reacting like a child. He was reacting like a commander. Leo, she said carefully. Have you done this before? Leo thought for a moment. My parents say I'm not allowed to fix big things alone, he said. But sometimes I forget. Zira felt fear tighten her chest. Parents. If this was a child, what were human adults like? The station commander's face appeared on the screen. Babysitter Zira, he shouted. What happened? The pirates are already trapped, Zira swallowed. The human child assisted, she said slowly. The commander laughed. Very funny. Zira did not laugh. She turned the camera toward Leo. Leo waved. Hi, he said. Your defense system is outdated. The commander's laughter died instantly. Silence filled the room. Zira watched the commander's eyes widen. The truth was finally visible. The commander whispered one sentence. That is no ordinary species. Leo leaned back and smiled again. I told you, he said softly. I just like fixing things. Zira realized something terrible. Leo was not dangerous because he wanted to be. He was dangerous because he did not know how powerful he was, and this was only the beginning. The station was quiet again. Too quiet. Zira did not like it. She stood beside Leo inside the observation room, watching the screens. The pirates were still trapped, spinning slowly in broken gravity fields. Security teams were moving in carefully. Everything looked under control, but Zira's fear was growing, not fading. Leo sat on a chair that was too big for him. His feet did not touch the floor. He swung them back and forth like a normal child, like nothing dangerous was happening. Zira watched him closely. Leo, she said softly, do you understand what you did? Leo tilted his head. I stopped the bad guys. Yes, Zira said, but you changed the station systems. That is not safe. Leo frowned. The station wanted help. Zira blinked. Wanted? Leo nodded. It was scared. The lights felt cold. Zira felt a strange chill. Aliens used sensors. Humans used feelings. That scared her more than any weapon. Before Zira could speak again, the screen flashed yellow. Warning. Gravity FLU Siro's Ira's eyes widened. That should not happen, she whispered. Leo looked up. Oh. Zira repeated sharply. I may have touched something earlier, Leo said. Just a small thing. The floor suddenly lifted. Then dropped. Zira grabbed the wall as gravity shifted again. Objects floated for 2 seconds, then crashed back down. Alarms screamed. Leo, Zira shouted. What did you do? Leo jumped off the chair. I can fix it. He ran toward the control panel in the room. Zira chased after him, panic rising. In her chest, stop, she yelled, but Leo was already pressing buttons. The gravity stabilized. Silence returned. Zira stood frozen, breathing hard. You nearly destroyed the balance ring, she said. Leo looked confused. I only changed one number. One number. That number controlled gravity for 3 station levels. Zira knelt in front of him. Listen to me carefully, she said. You are very dangerous. Leo's eyes widened. I didn't mean to hurt anyone, he said quickly. Zira paused. She saw something new. Fear. Not fear of danger. Fear of being misunderstood. I know, she said softly. That is what makes it worse. Suddenly, the station shook again. Harder this time. Boom. The walls groaned. Zira activated the screen. The pirates' ship had sent a self-destruct signal. If they cannot escape, Zyra whispered, they will destroy part of the station. Leo clenched his fists. That's not fair, he said. No, Zyra agreed. It is not. The commander's voice filled the room. All units retreat. We cannot stop the blast in time. Zyra felt her heart sink. The explosion would hit the civilian. Ring. Thousands of lives. Leo looked at the screen, then at Zyra. Can I help? He asked quietly. Zyra hesitated. Every rule said no. Every instinct screamed danger, but time was running out. How? She asked. Leo took a deep breath. I can talk to their ship. Zyra stared at him. Talk to it? Yes, Leo said. Machines listen if you speak the right way. Zyra had no time to argue. Do it, she said. Leo placed both hands on the control panel. He closed his eyes. The alarms slowed. The shaking weakened. On the screen, the pirate ship's power readings dropped. The self-destruct countdown stopped. At 3 seconds. Silence. Then cheers echoed through the station channels. Zyra sank to the floor. She stared at Leo. He opened his eyes, tired. I think I made it sleepy, he said. Zyra laughed weakly. Sleepy. He had forced an enemy ship into shutdown. With no weapon. No code. Just instinct. Security teams secured the pirates. The danger was over. But Zyra knew the truth. This was not mischief anymore. This was power, uncontrolled. Natural, human. She stood slowly. Leo, she said, voice shaking. Promise me one thing. What? He asked. Do not touch anything else. Leo smiled softly. I'll try. Zyra looked at the stars outside the window. If this was what a human child could do. The galaxy was not ready. And this child was only learning. The station slowly returned to normal. Broken lights were fixed. Gravity stayed stable. The pirate ship was silent and powerless, floating like a dead rock in space. Zyra stood beside Leo in the main command hall. Around them, tall alien officers whispered to each other. Their eyes kept moving back to the small human child. Leo stood quietly now. No smile. No excitement. Just calm. The station commander walked forward. He was old and covered in metal armor. His eyes were sharp, but today they looked unsure. He stopped in front of Leo. This child, the commander said slowly, stopped a pirate ship without weapons. No one spoke. Zyra could fear in the room. Security officers raised their stunned staff slightly. Not at Zyra. At Leo. Zyra stepped forward immediately. Do not threaten him, she said firmly. The commander raised a hand. We must be careful. Leo looked up at the weapons. Are you scared of me? He asked. The question was simple, but it hit the room like a shockwave. The commander did not answer. Leo looked down at his hands. I didn't want to break anything, he said softly. I just wanted everyone to be safe. Zyra felt something twist inside her chest. This child did not see himself as powerful. He saw himself as helpful. One of the security officers spoke nervously. Commander, humans are not supposed to be like this. The commander nodded slowly. Our files say humans are emotional, he said. Angry, violent. Leo blinked. Sometimes, he said. But that's usually when we're scared. The commander leaned closer. And were you scared today? Leo thought for a moment. Yes, he said, but I still had to fix it. Silence filled the hall again. That was when the commander understood. Humans did not act because they were fearless. They acted even when they were afraid. The commander turned to Zyra. Why was this child assigned only one babysitter? He demanded. Zyra swallowed. The council said human children were low risk. The commander let out a slow breath. They were wrong. Suddenly, a loud alert sounded. Unauthorized access, training DC. Zyra turned sharply. That area is sealed, she said. All eyes moved to Leo. Leo raised his hands quickly. That wasn't me. The commander studied him carefully. "I believe him," he said. That surprised everyone. A screen turned on by itself. Footage appeared. Alien trainees were arguing on the training deck. One of them had activated combat drones without permission. Drones attacked wildly. The trainees panicked. "They will be hurt," Zira said. Before anyone could react, Leo walked toward the screen. "I can help again," he said. The commander hesitated only 1 second. "Do it," he said. Leo placed his hand on the console. The drones froze in mid-air. Then gently lowered to the floor. The trainees stared in shock. Leo stepped back. "Next time," he said quietly, "don't play with things you don't understand." The feed cut off. No one spoke. The commander slowly knelt in front of Leo. A full-grown alien leader, kneeling before a human child. "Human Leo," he said. "What are you?" Leo looked confused. "I'm just a kid." The commander shook his head. "No," he said. "You are something dangerous." Zira's heart jumped. "But not because you wish to destroy," the commander continued, "but because you care." The room went still. The commander stood and turned to the council channel. "Update. All human files," he said loudly. "Humans are not weak. They are not reckless. They solve problems even when it costs them peace." Zira looked at Leo with new eyes. Not fear, respect. Leo yawned. "Can I have a snack now?" he asked. Some officers laughed nervously. Zira placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "Yes," she said. "You earned it." As they walked away, Zira understood something clearly. The galaxy had made a mistake. It had judged humans by their size, by their noise, by their emotions. But it had forgotten one thing: humans grow up fixing broken worlds, and this one was only getting started. The station was celebrating. Lights glowed brighter. Alien voices filled the halls. The pirate threat was gone, and everyone believed the danger had ended. Everyone except Zira. She walked beside Leo through the quiet upper corridor. Her eyes scanned every corner. Her hands were ready. Leo held a small food pack, eating calmly. "Why are you still worried?" Leo asked. "Because danger does not always announce itself," Zira replied. Leo nodded slowly. "That's true." Zira stopped walking. "You already know that," she said. Leo shrugged. "My dad says that." Before Zira could ask more, the station lights went dark, total darkness. Then red emergency lights turned on. The floor shook. Hard. Boom. A deep voice echoed through the station speakers. "This is the Crack's Dominion. Surrender." The human child. Zira's blood froze. Leo looked up. "That doesn't sound friendly." Zira activated the emergency channel. "They want you," she whispered. The commander's voice replied instantly. "All units prepare for combat. Protect the human at all costs." Leo blinked. "Why do they want me?" Zira did not answer. She knew the truth. The galaxy had seen what a human child could do. And now they wanted to own it. The screen on the wall activated. A massive alien warship filled the display. "This station holds a human child with dangerous abilities," the enemy leader said. "Hand him over, and we will spare your lives." Silence filled the station. Leo stepped forward. "I don't want anyone to get hurt," he said. Zyra grabbed his arm. "No," the commander's voice boomed. "We will not trade a child." The enemy laughed. "Then we will take him." The station shook again. External shields failed. Zyra pulled Leo toward a secure room. "Listen to me," she said urgently. "You must not touch anything." Leo looked serious. "I won't," he said. "Unless I have to." That answer scared her more than any threat. Suddenly, alarms screamed louder. "Boarding breach. Level 3. They are inside." Zira whispered. Heavy footsteps echoed through the halls. Crack soldiers. Tall, armored, armed. Zyra pushed Leo behind her and raised her weapon. "Stay back," she ordered. The first crack soldier turned the corner. Leo spoke calmly. "Excuse me," he said. The soldier froze. His weapon powered down. Zira stared in shock. The second soldier collapsed as the floor beneath him softened like liquid metal. Leo had not touched anything. "Leo," Zira whispered, terrified. "What are you doing?" Leo looked focused. "I'm asking the station to help again." The walls shifted, doors sealed. Gravity pressed hard on the invaders, forcing them to their knees. The crack's leader shouted orders, but nothing worked. Leo stepped forward slowly. "You should leave," he said. "This isn't your home." The station responded. The invaders were pushed back toward the airlock. One by one, they were thrown out into space. Silence returned. The red lights faded. Systems stabilized. Zira dropped her weapon. Her hands shook. She looked at Leo. "You didn't even try to hurt them," she said. Leo nodded. "I just wanted them gone." The commander arrived moments later. He looked at the sealed hull, then at Leo. "This changes everything," he said. Zira understood. Humans were not just strong. They were protectors by nature. Leo looked tired. "Can we go home now?" he asked. Zira knelt beside him. "Yes," she said softly. "Soon." But deep inside, she knew the truth. The galaxy had noticed humanity, and it would never look away again. The station was silent. Again, not the calm silence of safety, the heavy silence of realization. Zira stood beside Leo in the command hall. Around them, alien officers lowered their weapons slowly. No one knew what to say. No one knew where to look. The human child had just saved the station. Again. Leo sat on the floor, his back against the wall. His shoulders were slumped. His eyes were tired. He looked like what he truly was, a child. Zira knelt next to him. "Are you hurt?" she asked gently. Leo shook his head. "Just sleepy." The commander stepped forward. This time he did not wear armor. He removed his command crest and placed it on the floor in front of Leo. A sign of respect. Zira's breath caught. The strongest alien leader on the station was honoring a human child. Human Leo. The commander said slowly, "You protected lives that were not your own." Leo looked confused. "That's what you're supposed to do." Those words hit the room harder than any explosion. One officer whispered, "He doesn't even see it as bravery." Zira understood something then. Humans did not protect because they were ordered to. They protected because it felt wrong not to. An alert broke the moment. Galactic Council emergency link activity. A large hologram filled the room. Powerful alien figures appeared. Their faces were serious. "We have reviewed the recordings," the council leader said. "The human child is classified as a strategic level entity." Zira felt anger raise. Leo did not understand the words, but he felt the change in the room. "That is unacceptable," Zira said firmly. "He is not a weapon." The council leader paused. "The galaxy is afraid," the leader replied. Leo looked up. "Why?" he asked quietly. No one answered. Zira placed her hand on his shoulder. "Because they do not understand you," she said. The council leader leaned forward. "Human child," they said. "Would you be willing to stay under council protection?" Leo shook his head immediately. "I want my parents," he said. Simple. Final. The council went silent. The commander stepped forward. "This station will protect the child," he said. "If you want him, you come through us." Zira felt pride swell in her chest. Not fear. Pride. Other officers stepped forward as well. One by one. Different species. Different worlds. All standing in front of Leo. The council leader's eyes widened. "You would challenge the council?" they asked. "Yes," the commander replied. "For a child who chose mercy over power." The connection ended. The room exhaled as one. Leo looked around. "Did I do something wrong?" he asked softly. Zira hugged him without thinking. "No," she said. "You did something human." Leo smiled weakly. Outside the window, Stars drifted past. Zyra realized something powerful. Humans did not rule through fear. They inspired loyalty. They made others want to stand beside them, even for a small child. Leo closed his eyes. I just wanted everyone to be okay. He whispered. Zyra looked at the stars. The galaxy would remember. This day, not as the day a human showed power, but as the day a human child showed heart. And that was far more dangerous. The human transport ship arrived quietly. It was small, simple, nothing special. But every alien on the station watched it with respect. Zyra stood beside Leo at the docking bay. She felt something heavy in her chest. She had protected many beings before. She had never protected hope. Leo held her hand tightly. I don't want to leave, he said softly. Zyra knelt in front of him. You will come back, she said. Humans always do. Leo smiled. My mom says we fix things, he said. Then we go home. The docking doors opened. 2 humans stepped out. A man and a woman. They did not wear armor. They did not look powerful. But when they saw Leo, the station felt different. The air felt calm. Leo, his mother said. Leo ran into her arms. I made friends, he said happily. The humans looked at Zyra. Thank you, Leo's father said. Zyra bowed deeply, something she had never done for another species. It was an honor, she replied. Behind them, the station commander stood tall. He addressed the council channel. One last time, let this be recorded, he said. Today, we learned something important. Screens across the station turned on. Every species was watching. We believed humans were loud. The commander continued. Emotional, dangerous. Leo's mother gently brushed his hair. But we were wrong, the commander said. Humans do not seek control. They seek solutions. They do not dominate chaos. They live inside it. The council leader appeared again. What of the child? They asked carefully. The commander answered without hesitation. He returns home. A pause. And humanity? The council asked. The commander's voice was steady. We do not monitor them, he said. We do not provoke them. A slow smile appeared on his face. We respect them. The channel closed. Leo waved at Zyra from his mother's arms. I'll come back when I'm bigger, he said. Zyra smiled sadly. I hope not, she replied. The galaxy may not survive that. The human ship UNDOCKED. It drifted into the stars. Small, quiet, harmless. Or so it looked. Zyra turned to the commander. What will the galaxy remember? She asked. The commander looked at the stars. They will remember this, he said. If a human child can stop wars, what happens when humanity decides to end one? Zyra felt a chill. Somewhere far away, on a peaceful human world, Leo would grow up. He would learn. He would laugh. He would forget this station. But the galaxy would not forget him, because it had learned the final truth. Humans are not terrifying because of their strength. They are terrifying because they care. And when humans care enough, even the stars listen.